All right, so in this video, I'm just going to go over compound interest. Just basically, we're going to make a chart and compare it with simple interest. Okay? And then you have a couple questions, one of them simple, and the other one's compound. Okay, and I will post these answers. Try to figure them out on yourself first, and we will continue with compound interest next week. We're going to go beyond just making a chart. We're going to use equations and more examples, and we're going to go over a couple terms like present value and future value. But for now, on this page, again, we have a chart. It's the same chart we did yesterday. We start with $1,000. And I even think the interest is the same. It's 5%. So we start with $1,000. Okay. And therefore, the balance that we're going to calculate the interest on will be $1,000. And then to calculate our interest, we're going to do, well, 1,000 times our rate 0.05, which is $50. So that means we're going to end up with $1,050. There we go. That's no different from simple interest. But now here's where things change. So now we have $1,050. Now, if it were simple interest, we would continue calculating the interest based on what our starting balance was. But now we're not. Now we're going to calculate interest for what we have currently in the bank. So now I'm going to redo it for this amount, 1,050 times 0.505, it's 5%, my mistake. Okay, and when we do that, we get $52.50. So it's $2.50 more. That's great. So now we have $1,102.50. It's a little bit more. But now what we're going to do is we are going to calculate interest based on $1,102.50. This is how compound interest works. Right? You earn money, and then you calculate interest based on how much you have and the money that you've earned. Whereas simple interest is always based on what you started off with, your principal. Okay, so if we keep going, on our third year, we will make $55.13, and therefore we'll end up with $1,157.63. Yeah, and you can just continue this way. This is all I just wanted to show you today, the main difference between compound and simple interest. All right, so we have some terms here. They're written down for you. Some new terms is, well, per annum is another way of saying per year. Okay, annum is just Latin for year. A term is the length of time money is invested or borrowed. We know rate, we know principal, we know simple interest, and now compound interest is the money earned or owed, depending if you're investing or taking out a loan, on the original amount invested or borrowed, as well as any interest that was previously earned or owed. So that makes compound interest, well, it depends what you look at. If you're investing, it's great. If you're taking out a loan, maybe not so great. Well, actually, no, if you're taking out a loan, as long as you're paying it back, right, then you're only paying interest on what you have remaining. If you're not paying it back, then it's not so great. All right, so make sure you try these questions. The first one's compound, and the third one's compound. All right, we'll go into more detail into it next week, but that's all I wanted to do for today. So have a good weekend.